Ladies and gentlemen, it is WrestleMania season. It is WrestleMania week. I know what you're going to say. Adam, where have you been for the last 23 days? I've been dealing with some issues, guys. I've been in a bad state. I did film the podcast last Sunday. I got a wee bit emotional and then I didn't make it. But anyway, it's April. We had a goal by mid-April, 500 subs for feeling. But by the end of this month, can we hit 440 subs and can we hit 10 likes in the video? Let's just get into it. It's WrestleMania season. I'm excited. Let's just get into it. Let's love it, lads. Let's love it. Anyway, let's kick things off with the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. I've got something to say. I'll make it quick. The winner, I'm always excited about this. The winner is probably going to be Royce Keys, right? Who I think deserves to win. Ilya Dragunov. It'll be one of them two. I would say also Tama Tonga, but it looks like he's going to be a part of the 8-man tag match, which I do think the Wyatts will win. I'm saying that Royce Keys or Ilya, I think it's more realistic. Kicking off night one, we have, it's been confirmed, the 6-man tag match between the Usos, LA Knight, versus The Vision, and I Show Speed. All I am going to say is, I think that this match, I know there's a bit of a pause there, I actually don't know. This is a hard lot of predictions. I just got a notification. This is a hard bunch of predictions this year. I actually am stuck and don't know what to predict. I could see a world where, yes, the babyfaces do win and I Show Speed shouldn't be winning this match and he does get pinned. But I'm going to predict the Vision win. I think the Vision's going to win and LA Knight and the Usos will implode. They're all good. They're all buddy-buddy now, but a couple of months ago they were enemies. So I'm going to say I think it's going to reappear again. I think the Vision's going to take this and I will predict that. Now to the next match, we have Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Again, I actually don't know who's going to win. This is one of those ones I genuinely don't know who to predict because you could say Fatu needs the win, but Drew also needs to win because he got screwed over by Damian Priest. He ended up beating him at last year's WrestleMania. I think Drew deserves the win, but it does more for Fatu because he beats a former world champion, which is something he hasn't done yet. He hasn't pinned in one-on-one matches a world champion. Not to my knowledge anyway, so I'm going to say it. I think we could see a world where Drew does win, and he says after Jacob after the match, you're going to be a world champion one day, but it wasn't me that attacked you, and then we get the actual attacker. But I think Fatu wins. I think Jacob Fatu is going to win, which can allow Drew to take some time off, because I think Drew has deserved it, and allow Jacob Fatu to maybe go up into the main event picture, maybe win a title, who knows. Who knows? Woman match, the 4-way. Let's go from the start. Charlotte I don't think are winning, and I think they will actually implode either the SmackDown after Mania or at Mania. Nia and Lash have been good tag champs, but I will say that they're not retaining. It was originally feared that the Bellas were going to win, but now it's rumours that they might actually be replaced by the Kabuki Warriors, and if that happens, Io versus Asuka for night 2 is off, which hasn't been confirmed yet because of this injury, which, if Nikki Bella is available, which we all kind of are hoping because we want to see Io Asuka, I think Io will beat Asuka. Io will be Asuka and Kyrie will turn. I am going to say the Bellas will be in this match. And because Nikki's injury, I don't think they are going to give them to him. I think Lyra and Bayley deserve their moment together. So I'm going to go with Lyra and Bayley here. I think it's the most logical of all these scenarios. Next we have Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. This one, I'm going to make a prediction here. Neither of these women will be Intercontinental Championship post-WrestleMania week or weekend. Which I do think that they will defend the title to Raw after and they will lose the title. Who needs to win here? I want Becky to win because Becky's it's the workhorse title and AJ Lee is a part-timer. So it should go back to Becky. But having Becky become a free-time Intercontinental Champion is crazy. So I actually don't know. I'm going to go with Becky Lynch. I actually am going to back Becky Lynch here. Because I think Becky Lynch will win the title. Come out the Raw after Mania. Be all cocky. Do an open challenge. Lose the title to Sol Ruka. And I think someone is going to dethrone, someone who's going to get called up on the SmackDown side of things will be JCG and go after the Women's United States Championship. I think that's the plan. Next, we have Seth freaking Rollins versus Gunther. A match that came from out of the blue. I'm going to have a prediction. This will be match of WrestleMania. No matter what, guys, I know there's people complaining it's rushed. And I agree. I do think it's rushed. I think it should be like a proper 2 to 4 or 5 month story. I agree. But this match is going to be a 5-star classic either way. So why are we complaining? Why are we complaining? And I get why we're complaining, because this should be for a title. This should be for a World Heavyweight title. This should have been saved for a future Mania and for a world title. Get that now is because both of them didn't have, both the guys are supposed to be were injured, and now Rey Mysterio's back and Braun Breaker's cleared, so it is a bit of a pickle. I'm going to predict that Braun Breaker returns and costs Seth and Gunther wins, which I don't know why we're complaining. Yes, there's not really a story, but they've done good with the 3 weeks they've given us, and this will be a 5-star classic, let's just say it, so let's not worry. Next, we have Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan, and going into this, I thought it was so, favoured that Liv Morgan was going to win. I was so confident, but now, everyone has the same opinion now, and every YouTuber said it. Is Liv going to win? Now everyone's second-guessing themselves, and they're all thinking, Stephanie could probably retain, because after Mania, Becky's going to be free, AJ's going to be free, Io, Rhea, you name it, they're all going to be free, and she hasn't had big feuds against these people yet. But I am going to predict that Liv is going to retain. Yes, Raquel and Roxanne could get involved and cost Liv, and turn on her, but I'm going to say that Liv wins. Then we're going to get the betrayal of Liv Morgan post-Mania, and Raquel will maybe win the title. And then maybe go on to lose it to Rhea, so we can get Rhea Stephanie or Rhea Io next year at WrestleMania. That's my prediction anyway. So yeah. To the main event of Night 1 WrestleMania. I'm excited. I know a lot of people aren't interested in the Pat McAfee stuff. I'm going to say it, hot take. I don't mind it, as long as Pat doesn't be the one that costs Cody in the end. I don't mind if Pat's coming out here and cutting promos with Randy, as long as he's not the actual person in the end costing Cody. He can come out, cut these promos, but if he's the one who's costing Cody at Mania, and it's not someone like The Rock or Ted DiBiase or whatever, if it is genuinely Pat, I am going to be disappointed. If there isn't a plot twist and it is just Pat, I will. Because right now, I don't think it's been awful. Everyone's complaining, other than the Attitude Era stuff and Randy's from Ruthless Aggression. So, it makes no sense. But all of this is to get us to cheer Cody, right? We all know it's awful. They want us to cheer Cody. And that's the whole plan. But I think Randy is winning, and hopefully Randy does win. Jelly Roll, I would love if Jelly Roll came out, punched Pat, dragged him up to the back, and then had a microphone and said, "This is between yous two. I'll give yous all what yous want. You're welcome, Los Angeles," and something like that. And then we are all happy, thank you, Jelly. And my lisp was all over the place, guys. But yeah, I think Randy wins 15. Moving on to night 2 of WrestleMania, kicking things off. We all know what match is kicking things off. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. The match that probably should be the main event of WrestleMania, to be honest. I'm hearing rumors that Brock Lesnar's going to win. I get it. It's the first hour is on ESPN or whatever it is. It's on. I know you're thinking it. Don't. Just give it the Oba. It's the right decision. I know he's been too dominant, and you might do this wee swerve where you then give it to Brock. Don't do this. Just give Oba the win. We want to create a star here. We do. We want to create a star. Give it the Oba. And we all know the first hour of WrestleMania, the first match of WrestleMania can make or break the show. And if you have Brock win, I genuinely think it could break night 2. And night 2 is the better night so far, despite having less matches. So just give Oba the win. Give Oba the win. Next we have the ladder match, and if I'm not wrong, this has been confirmed to be in the first hour of WrestleMania night 2. So this will go on second, because Oba and Thingy has been confirmed. Oba and Brock's been confirmed to open up the show. Right, I'm just going to say now, I don't care who wins this match, because anyone I would be happy with. Anyone I would be happy with. And all I'm going to say is, they made Rusev look like a monster on Raw there. All I'm going to say is, Rusev, ever since he came back, all the way up until Survivor Series, there was booked like a monster. He was booked like an upper mid-card IC champion level guy, or maybe even beyond that. And ever since Oba's came in, they've kind of like bumped him down the card and give that push to Oba, but pushed Oba even higher than they were with Rusev. And it's good that they made Rusev go out there and just kick the heads off everyone. But, because we all know Rusev is probably the least likely to win it, because all these guys are high flyers. He's a striker, a powerhouse, so he's not going to win it, but it does make him look strong. So I'm probably going to say he's least likely. Ray is probably 5th, although I wouldn't be mad at it. Dragon Lee is probably 4th, but I do want to see him win the IC title. 3rd, JD McDonough, although again, I would love to see it happen. It's between Penta and Javon, and this match will be match of the night, probably. I will say this now, and I'm going to say that Javon needs to win the title. I wouldn't be mad if Penta retains, but Javon. Next, we have the Demon Finn Balor. He's back versus Dominic Mysterio. Why did they have to spoil us? Why? It's so obvious, though, that the Demon's winning, and if he doesn't, what are we doing? What are we doing? They're just trying to ruin WrestleMania. The Demon wins at WrestleMania, yeah, and Finn gets a main event push after. Do not overcomplicate this, WWE. Next, we have Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams, and all I'm going to say is, I love Lil Yachty. He's a perfect combination with Trick, and I see there's people complaining, shut up, it's a brilliant duo. And Sami's been getting booed, and he's the face. Trick's getting cheered, and he's the heel. I think Trick needs to win this, right? There's no other situation that could... Yes, we all want Mello in it, but give it to Trick. Give the title to Trick. It's so easy of a decision. Next, we have Rhea versus Jade. The build's been horrible, but I did like the Io Sky stuff and Rhea being held back, and then the kendo stick or the beatdown on Io. I did like that. I think it did add something to the story. But yeah, I'm going to say it now. As much as I want Rhea to win, Jade's winning. Jade needs to win so we can get Jade Bianca at SummerSlam. Bianca holds the title from SummerSlam to WrestleMania, and we get another match that I'll make in another video, but Jade retains here. Now we've got to the main event of WrestleMania Night 2. We have Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. And you know what? At first, whenever it was rumoured that we were going to get Braun Breaker beating CM Punk, and we are going to get Breaker versus Roman, I was down. I thought it was the better match. But you know what? What we got now, I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm happy what we got. It's been brilliant. And a lot of people have said they don't like the build for this match. This has been probably one of the best booked main events for Mania in years, other than if we're talking outside the Cody and Roman saga. Like, this is probably being the best built of them all. Because and this is for like world title wise main events, right? Because let's be real, one of them didn't main event WrestleMania last year, and that being this title. John Cena versus Cody was not that good of a build, and the last WrestleMania we're gonna have to go back to is Roman versus Brock, which it was well built, but you know what I mean. All I'm gonna say is, people are trying to tell me CM Punk might actually retain, but I'm going to predict Roman wins. I think Roman should be the new World Heavyweight Champion. I think Roman should win because CM Punk's reign does not need to be longer than 5 months. Let's be real. He shouldn't need to hold the title till SummerSlam for 9 months. He doesn't need to. It's already been 5 months. Let's give it to someone else. Roman can hold it to SummerSlam, and then he can lose it to probably Finn Balor. He can hold it to Survivor Series for Roman to win it back. Roman goes on to Mania next year and holds it to Mania next year, where he faces The Rock for the title. Like, it's perfect booking right there. So that's what I'm going with. Roman winning. That is it for my WrestleMania 42 predictions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be more videos on the way. Probably more wrestling related this month. I'm sorry for not making that other video. I was injured, but see you guys in the next one.